Fans, I also had a chance to sit down with head coach Craig Russell as always and get a sense of what the break meant to them and how crucial it was for this team, and also a look ahead in the 2-week sprint essentially before the winter break, and they turn to the 2019 calendar in this week's Coach's Corner. Coach, off to arguably the best start in program history, 6-0-1, 3-1 in the MASCAC. Best winning percentage in the nation at .929 as well. What do you attribute to the great success at the start of the season with your team?
I think our leadership, honestly, our upperclassmen have really stepped up and toed the line, really all by themselves. They've been great. Our power play has been really good. Our penalty kill has been even better. And I think all of what's hidden here is that our D zone play and our penalty kill have been lights out, and I think that's going unseen because we're scoring, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals in games, and I think people are looking at that big number saying, "Wow, Plymouth can really score." But I think the hidden hero here is really our D zone and our penalty kill. That's really been everything for us.
Looking at things, talking about the scoring and especially the special teams. 3 of the top 4 in the nation in points per game are here at Plymouth State. Matt Volanino, Michael Kovac, and Victor Bergstrom, who's also the best as the defenseman in points per game this year. What has really opened up the offense to get them going and the rest of the team going?
I think experience, really. I think you look at Matt Volanino. He's had injuries all 3 of his years here. He's been healthy so far this year, and hopefully it stays that way. And he's gotten on the score sheet early, and that's helped his confidence level. Our power play has really been working well. Michael Kovac has just been hanging around the net in any situation, 5-on-5 or on the power play, and that's where he's gotten a lot of his work done. And he's battled a ton of injuries too and setbacks along his career as a senior. And then you look at Victor as a junior. He's really seeing the benefits of having all those seniors around him on the power play too. When you include Tim Perrin and Ryan Stevens in that, that's a 5-man power play unit when 4 of them are seniors. So Victor's a great player in his own right, but he's definitely benefiting from the experience of those guys, and I think all 5 of them really complement each other really well, and Victor is kind of the guy that everything filters through on that power play, so it's no surprise that he has the point total that he does. I hope that he can continue. Hopefully that unit can continue, but we need our second power play unit to start to step up as well.
You guys have moved into the national polls, in both national polls, for the first time since February 26, when you guys were as high as 13th in the nation. Is this team finally getting the recognition that it deserves with the success here at Plymouth State over the last decade?
I don't think so, and I think you can point at me when saying that we don't get the recognition we deserve. I think I could look at our record and discredit the wins, saying that the level of competition wasn't really there to test us in many of them. If not for, a 52 save performance by Fitchburg's goalie, we're 7-0, and I'm still, looking at it as I can discredit that too. So, I think that, I'm not sure how good we are yet. Definitely the Endicott, UNE, and Salve games are going to be good measuring sticks for us in that. And we're really looking forward to playing in those games. We know that we're able to compete with those guys, and they get a ton of recognition nationally. And hopefully we can perform well in those games and gain some recognition, within our group, but also nationally to really say, Plymouth State is the real deal. And it doesn't matter what league we play in. It doesn't matter who our level of competition is against. That we're gonna show up, and we're gonna be a good team, and we're gonna be tough to beat.
Despite all the success to start the season, with it being still an unbeaten start, your team has battled a lot of injuries, really from the word go in preseason. What does it speak to the character and the formation of this team with the ability to continue with the changing lineups and the injuries here at the start of the season?
I think the mentality of the group from day one was just it's next man up. Everybody's going to get a piece. And we were unfortunate to have to deal with the amount of injuries that we've had to early. It's the next guy up who's going to step up and jump into those roles, whether it's a scoring role or whether it's a support role, a penalty kill guy, an energy guy, a stay-at-home defenseman. Doesn't matter. We need all those moving pieces to our puzzle to be able to fit. And I think the guys have done really well. I think the leadership group is really strong. I think they learned a lot last year, which I think we've talked about at length in some other interviews. But I think I think looking at it, the upperclassmen are everything for this group, and they're gonna have the guys get together, and pull together and know that it doesn't matter who's out, that we're good enough to have another guy jump in and not miss a step. So we've really instilled that confidence in one another, and that just seems to build more and more each day.
Looking at things, third annual Teddy Bear Toss tomorrow night here at Hanaway Rink. The women's game will be Saturday afternoon against Salem State at 2 o'clock. Last year, both teams combined donated over 800 bears to Chad Children's Hospital at Dartmouth. What does it mean to you to be a part of such a big event and a special event here in the community?
So incredibly humbling. I mean, it really goes as deep as our Team Impact member, Tyler Carson. He was not at the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth. He had all of his treatments done in Boston, but he has had some stuff done at Dartmouth too. But it all starts with him. I mean, he's such a piece of what we do. But then looking at the families that we have that come and are special guests for our game tomorrow night and for the women's game on Saturday, it's so humbling to be a part of that and to be part of it when we go to deliver the bears and to see the smiles on the faces of those kids that are going through so much and the families are going through so much that makes it worth it. Win, lose, or draw the game, it doesn't matter. It's in the holiday season, you're able to put smiles on faces of people that really find it difficult to do so. So we get to be a part of that, and we're so very, very lucky to have that.
Lastly, a big non-conference, or a big conference game, I should say, tomorrow night against Framingham State. You guys haven't played in 14 days since before the Thanksgiving break. How hard is it to get the momentum going again in a conference game, and what do you need to do to get the win against the Rams here tomorrow night?
I'll tell you in the second intermission tomorrow night how difficult it is to get the momentum back. I think we needed that break. We were really banged up. We had 4 games in 7 days before Thanksgiving, so we were gassed, we were tired, we were hurt. So that break came at a really good time to just give everybody a mental break, myself included, just to kind of decompress and rest our bodies and come back to it. Monday's practice was awesome. I expected it to be rusty and not have a lot of pace. There was a ton of energy. You guys were excited to be back. It was almost like it was our first practice of the year all over again. So it's a short one here. We're only 3 games, and then we're done, again for 3 weeks with winter break coming up. So the guys are excited for it. They're really looking forward to the Teddy Bear Toss tomorrow night. What we have to do for the game is that we just got to get out and provide that energy and really, try to get going early. It is going to be hard to be in sync like we were prior to Thanksgiving, but I think, with the character of this group, I think we'll be fine with that. We're going to have to again lean on our upperclassmen to get us going.
Coach, thank you for your time as always. Best of luck against Framingham State tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Dan.